Any alcohol at all? Any drinking?
It's just hours before the big celebration.
We're just doing a quick check for drinking and driving. People are heading downtown tonight. Any alcohol at all?
Thousands of people all heading in the same direction, most of them behind the wheel.
You have your driver's license on you?
And to keep up with what will be a busy night, police roadblocks pop up everywhere.
You guys have a good night. Thank you.
Multiple officers at multiple locations, all looking for the same thing: people who have been drinking and the drinks they're bringing downtown. It's road checks like this police say are saving lives and keeping celebrations like Canada Day safe. And none of this could happen without people like Nancy Lane.
We usually check the lights. We basically do it all. When you're out on patrol, you are the second man in the car. If anything happens, you are required to take notes. You are required to go to court.
And while Sergeant Lane may look like a police officer, she's got the belt, the badge, and the uniform. As a reserve sergeant with the Saanich Police, she's not getting paid.
People will sometimes get a little confused when they do notice that it says reserve, but other than that, no, it's pretty much the same. You are considered a police officer.
Reserve officers are kind of like police officers, but they volunteer their time, typically more than 10 hours a month. They're partnered with officers who are out on patrol, at traffic stops, and at community events, and they really come in handy.
We're their backup. And a lot of times there's a big difference whether you're a two-man car or one-man. And there are a lot of times that there is like a traffic stop. I mean, there is no routine traffic stop. You can't assume that it's okay and everything's going to be fine. So it's good for them to know that they have a backup. Hi, how are you?
Reserve officers have been helping Saanich Police for the past 60 years. But with their numbers in the low 30s and more help needed, the department says it's time to expand.
They're extremely beneficial to us as I say, from a variety of perspectives. They are members of the community who come out and work with our members on a regular basis in the communities that they live in, and they certainly are that connection that the people are the police and the police are the people.
And while you might think that reserve officers only help move traffic through roadblocks and work on crime prevention programs like Block Watch, Chief Constable Chadwick says their duties aren't all that different from regular members. They just don't carry guns.
A lot of their duties are very similar. They'll take notes, they'll interview people, they'll get them started on statements if that need be. They'll assist the officers if they're making arrests. And certainly when they're with our members on patrol, on the weekends generally, predominantly, they allow our members to be more effective when they're out there.
Stop there.
Reserve officers are actually sworn peace officers, giving them the power to arrest and detain. About half of people who join the Saanich Reserve team have their sights set on becoming a regular police officer. But Sergeant Lane and Staff Sergeant Steve Smith, who has 14 years as a reserve under his belt, are happy to carry on with their day jobs while volunteering their time and serving their community.
I said, you know what, this is something totally different than I'll ever get to do anywhere else. And you get to interact with the people, you get to find out what policing is about. Maybe that'd be an avenue I wanted to go down, go try that. But it was something going to be totally different and really interesting.
The department's chief constable says at the end of the day, a lot of the programs run by the Saanich Police Department couldn't happen without the reserves. So they're looking to hire about 20 more by the fall.
Some of them are content to come in and act as reserve members, sometimes for 10, 15, 20, even 30 years. And contribute to their community that way. Others are looking to leverage a police career as a full-time member out of it.
Chadwick says Saanich is growing and police are taking on more and more responsibility, and they're required to be at more public events. And that means the importance of a reserve officer continues to grow as well. In Victoria, I'm Nikki Iwanishin, your Community News Specialist.